And now, Podtendo presents Side Quest Cinema.
They've got the building.
They have already killed one hostage.
They've got the odds. They've got his wife.
No!
Now, he's got one night to get it all back.
You really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay. Bruce Willis in 40 Stories of Sheer Adventure. Die Hard. Rated R. Now playing in selected cities. Starts Wednesday, July 20th at theaters everywhere.
Hey guys, welcome to the Podtendo podcast, where we talk about movies for some reason on a video game podcast. Neat stuff. I'm your co-host Mick. I'm joined by
Tyson.
Cool. So you guys are just lazy and didn't want to play a game. You just made a filler show, I see.
Hey, we've been busy.
Happy holidays. Yes, as I think we were actually always planning to kind of have a buffer show after our month of Mario this year, because we did play through Sunshine and, well, Dr. Mario 64. Hopefully it didn't take us too long, but at least with Sunshine. And then we did have a bigger game planned, but we have a less bigger game, but that still doesn't mean we have to play more games. So we're watching a movie. We're doing a Christmas themed movie. It was always going to be Gremlins, because Gremlins, we used to watch it when we were children, and Tyson was very scared of Gremlins, but he always liked watching it, but then he would get scared. It seemed very Ouroboros. No, what's it called? Ouroboros? The snake that eats its tail? It's very this Ouroboros of you.
Yes. Well, you know what? I grew up in the 90s. Let's face it. Like, the 90s horror hits different. Mm-hmm. Like, we lived on a lake and watched Jaws. Then we watched, like, Lake Placid. And, like, let's go swimming. And it's like, why do we do these things for ourselves?
Well, even
a family tradition is watching the Tremors movies.
Yes.
It's like, horror is one of my favorite movie genres. So,
yeah, it's fair.
I will punish myself. But now I'm, like, numb and jaded, so now like modern horror doesn't do anything for me.
It's true. Yeah. And I mean, like, in terms of Gremlins, definitely has a bit more lore, right? And as we kind of move through our podcast, we kind of say we like to add things to this podcast that from kind of like our childhood, right? Kind of the oral history of our childhood, as we go back and kind of look at all these old games, old movies and whatnot. But I was like, if you do Gremlins, you're stuck with maybe watching Gremlins 2, and then we're doing back-to-back shows. You want to just watch Die Hard? And that's how we started watching Die Hard.
Yeah, well, this is a Christmas classic.
It is a Christmas classic.
If you aren't watching, like, Die Hard on Christmas, what's happening?
Is this modern? We'll get into it. But this is a movie that, like, I've known about for a while, right? It's been around almost as long as I've been on this planet, and it's talked about. But I kind of feel like there was definitely a resurgence recently, maybe in the last 15 years, that kind of pushed Die Hard into like an upper echelon of like excellence movies. It was always considered a really, really good movie, and now it's like this legendary status, right? And we're going to work our way through it today and see if we can figure out how it came to be, this little film from 1988. So, without further ado, Die Hard was released July 15th, 1988. That's a funny time for a Christmas movie to come out. The runtime of this movie was 132 minutes. The budget was $25 to $35 million. At the box office, we saw $141.5 million return. The director was John McTiernan. And you're like, I don't even know who that is. He directed Predator. I don't know anything else. So,
which Predator? First one?
The first one, yeah.
Oh, okay. The good one.
Yeah, the first. Yeah, I guess I should start with that. McTiernan, there we go.
Okay, yeah, he did like Die Hard, Predator, Hunt for Red October, The Last Action Hero, which I think everybody dumped on because like, this is just filled with cliches. And you're like, that's the point, you idiot.
That's the point. And Rollerball. So his career kind of died.
Come on, everybody's favorite mover. Doesn't everybody have a rollerball tattoo?
The James Caan one? Or the weird remake that had Shane McMahon in it from 2002.
Oh, the weird remake from 2002.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. We can't talk about wrestling on this show. It's funny. I like our shows. We were like, remember in Dr. Mario, we were like, man, we should talk about wrestling. And then we just didn't talk about wrestling in Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, we're bad about that.
And then I was like, oh, perfect. I'll bring it back for this show. In like 1988, they had 2 pay-per-views. I think it was like Starrcade, and Ric Flair defeated someone for the championship. That was like the main event. I looked it up and I was like, probably not. In fact, I don't even think it was WWF. It was like NWA. So it was like a different organization at this point. So anyways.
Oh, okay. Well, there's your wrestling segment, everybody. We're keeping it alive.
You're welcome. It was produced by Lawrence Gordon and Joel Silver. We didn't even get through the vital stats without a tangent. That's not a good sign. And the cast included Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, Alexander Godunov, Bonnie Bedelia, and Reginald Val Johnson.
Is it Bonnie Bedelia?
Bedelia, yeah. Bonnie Bedelia. I was trying to do too Russian on the last one, the Gogunov.
Yes.
Godunov.
Yeah. Honestly, kind of a two, like Alan Rickman, Bruce Willis carry this in the star department. But I think like some of the smaller characters are very memorable. So.
Yeah, very much so. And like we'll get into it at some point. We'll see. I was gonna make us finish this section before you start talking about the end of the show. Development details of Die Hard. So now we could get into it. We don't do a pop culture. We don't do a Wayback Machine on these shows. I wonder why.
Is it hidden at the end?
No, I just didn't do
just
it.
cultural significance.
I think in our side quest
there is a Wayback Machine. It's right at the end.
No. Oh, there is one.
Yeah.
Oh, it comes afterwards. Oh, I see. Okay. Never mind. Development details of Die Hard. Working on the script began in 1987. Columbia Pictures purchased the script from Disney after they failed to fund the project. The project was based on the novel Nothing Lasts Forever. The book did have a sadder tone, and the main character was in his 60s, which was obviously changed for the film. They first offered the role of John McClane to the 70-year-old Frank Sinatra, since the book was a sequel to the movie The Detective, which starred Frank Sinatra, so it'd be kind of fitting that he reprised his role. Frank turned it down, and they eventually went with Bruce Willis, who had a filming break from the TV show Moonlighters. Willis wasn't a known quantity at the time, and they chose him because he resembled an everyman better than other action heroes of the day, such as Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Alan Rickman made his screen debut at the age of 40 in this film. Alan Rickman's only a couple years older than me in this movie. What? Why do people always look so old? I don't look that.
Smoking and drinking, and nobody worked out. And nobody took care of themselves.
It's true. I do drink an ungodly amount of water, and I eat lots of vegetables. Like how many heads of raw broccoli do you eat a week?
0.
I eat like at least 2. That's weird. Apparently.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good for your antioxidants.
I hear it helps with like liver if you've damaged your liver, and from someone who drank excessively for like 15 years of his life. I figured if I eat 2 heads of broccoli a week, that's got to like balance out. And then filming occurred in the Fox Plaza in Century City, Los Angeles, and lasted from November of 1987 to March of 1988.
Okay, so a couple months of filming.
Yep.
This was kind of Bruce Willis's breakout role, and then he became a big action star. So
this is it. This is literally the birth of what we knew of, I guess, everyman action hero Bruce Willis. Neat.
Yeah, that quickly changed, I think.
Well, I mean, I've only known Bruce Willis as an action hero. Now, I'm like 1 when this movie comes out, so. But before you like learn anything, he's probably an action hero after this point, right? So I never knew a world where Bruce Willis wasn't an action hero, and essentially it came from this role, which is kind of crazy to think that he did have kind of, because how old is Bruce Willis in this movie? 40?
It's got to be up there. I don't know. He's got a receding hairline, so sure.
Yeah, but some people's hairlines like go early, right? Like he's 70, so 55, so 55 to 88, so he's 33. Okay.
So we are both older than Bruce Willis in this movie.
Significantly older than Bruce Willis in this movie, so. But he looks older than us, so Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah.
Again.
It's almost like
2 heads of broccoli a week, kids. That's the 2 heads of broccoli a week and lots of water. First memories.
get a good night's sleep and, take care of yourself.
Have some omega-3s that'll help the brain recover. That's what my doctor tells me anyways. So the first memories of this movie. To find out what our sweet, sweet memories do. This was a movie that I found later in life. Okay. Maybe... I don't know if I ever saw this movie until probably I got it on DVD when like 2010 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm like kind of the same boat.
Yeah.
Where it's like
We heard about it.
I remember this movie being referenced.
Yes.
More than I like watched it, and I was like, "This is excellent. I'm watching this on Christmas." Then I would make everybody watch it on Christmas.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I got it on DVD. I got drunk one night and we're like, we should watch all the Die Hards. I've never seen Die Hards before. And I remember the first movie and part of the second one, and the third one came on and I definitely blacked out drunk. So, again, so I eat so much broccoli. Yeah, but it was one of those things where I heard about it forever. It was always referenced. Die Hard on a plane. Bruce Willis sometimes was just called Die Hard, right? He was the guy from Die Hard. Maybe because Bruce Willis's filmography later in life, I don't know, but he was never in a film that I loved, right? There was never a point in my life where I was like, oh, Bruce Willis is such a great actor and he was so awesome in this film. I'm going to get more of that, right? It just seemed like Bruce Willis was kind of a grumpy, curmudgeon-y guy, right? If you watch The Fifth Element, he wasn't the most fun person in that film, right? I mean, that film is like super crazy flashy. Bruce Willis stands out like a sore thumb, right? But like I don't know if there was a movie that Bruce Willis did that spoke to me. So it's probably one of those reasons I never went and seeked it out, right? Versus an Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Like his in Terminator 2, he was everywhere. The Terminator, you had to know who Arnold was. I loved Arnold. He also made more kid-friendly movies, right? Like him making a Jingle All the Way kind of warmed your heart a little bit more. And you're like, oh, okay, let's see what other fun things is Schwarzenegger. And Kindergarten Cop, right? Like he definitely had a bit more of an all-reaching hand, right? Even similar to like a Stallone. I feel like Stallone kind of did a bit more family-friendly movies, right? So it's just one of those things. I knew who Bruce Willis was. He wasn't my favorite, so I never seeked it out, right? I knew it was great. I knew about it, but it was probably only in the last 15 years or so that I've actually seen this film. So, and you said that the same yourself, right? You didn't get it till later.
Yeah, no. This was like one of those movies where you're like, oh, I know Bruce Willis, and I know he's like good in things. Because I think the first Bruce Willis movie I watched was Fifth Element.
Sure. Sixth Sense,
and I like
right?
that. I like that. But see,
I
I don't even remember watching Sixth Sense.
It just was spoiled, and then you're like, oh, okay. Like Pulp Fiction.
Sees dead people.
I only saw
Gotcha.
Pulp Fiction maybe in the last like 10 years, right? Armageddon. I don't think I was ever blown away by Armageddon.
No, but you definitely heard that song at every school dance because it's like, hey, here's a slow song that you can actually dance to instead of bloody Cotton Eye Joe.
Because the song kicks ass. But really, outside of that, right, it just didn't speak. Like, for some reason, if, you missed out on the Michael Bay-ness of Armageddon, and you're like, that seems like propaganda, and you didn't listen to the talking in Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I could see Bruce Willis just kind of not really being in your wheelhouse, right? So, later entries, right? Like, nowadays, like Looper, he has some good ones. And, like, don't get me wrong, Bruce Willis has a bunch of great movies. Like, looking at his list, I'm like, oh, that movie's good, that movie's good, but I think it's just kind of where it finds you in life, right? So, cool.
Well, yeah, he's definitely a good actor, and like I really respect all the like work he's done, and is like, and I know he's going through some health stuff, and it's like that's just tragic because
The only negative thing I have with Bruce Willis is I know I'm a big Kevin Smith fan, and knowing that on the Cop Out, I think is what the movie was that he filmed. Apparently, Bruce Willis was really hard on Kevin Smith, but that's because Bruce Willis is just a professional, and he believes the director's job is to make the movie look interesting and like know different things like film lenses and like different filming techniques. And Kevin Smith just talks a lot. So like that's the discrepancy. So there was a part of my life where I was like, I don't like Bruce Willis. You kind of hear the whole story and I'm like, oh, Kevin Smith's just a man-child baby that couldn't handle himself like a professional on a set. That makes sense, actually. I understand where maybe Bruce Willis was coming from. Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you're a professional. This is your job. You've done a bunch of movies. Like, you grinded through the ranks of being a TV guy to like a big movie, actually like a big movie, like blockbuster star. And it's like, and then you have a director being like, I don't know what a wide angle lens is. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
How do you actually not know these things? You've made movies.
Well, and that was it. And he would come in and he's like, hey, what kind of lenses are you using? This lens is best for this. And I think I look best under this. And he's like, oh, I don't. And he obviously was outclassed. And that's where the discrepancy came from. So I'm like, well, I'm going to be less harsh on Bruce Willis, right? I think he is a professional. And like Tyson said, he was just doing his job. So.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. So really, yeah, that's, I would say, I like Bruce Willis. It's just, it's not there. But we're still going to watch this movie. Love the movie. The movie's great. Terrible plot summary. Let's see. Can we do it, guys? Can we make Die Hard the terrible... Ooh, I think I actually used Die Hard as a verb. That's perfect. On Christmas Eve, John McClane attends a Christmas party with his ex-wife, sees the party get taken over by terrorists, and must attend to be hard to kill to stop the terrorists. He finds a radio, walks on some glass, gets a gun, and takes out the terrorists before it's too late. It's like Die Hard, but it's in a building this time.
Yeah. The Nagatomi Plaza, or what the heck they're working in, like the very iconic building. Like there's so many iconic scenes in this where, like, even if you haven't seen the movie, you probably know a bunch of the really big scenes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, again, it is one of those. It's kind of trailblazing, right? In a sense of it set up a lot of the tropes that we know as action tropes, right? Lots of things you go through this movie and you're like, oh, this is done all the time. Like, why is this even a scene? Oh, wow, I can't believe the SWAT team showed up. Well, because it was in this movie. Like, this movie started the trope, right? So it's kind of like the genesis of all those tropes. And we will dive through that as we look at a review of Die Hard. So we have to start, though, at the top. Now we know what the cool plot is. It's like Die Hard in a building. What is your favorite part of this movie?
Oh, well, I'm going to go first?
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is just genuinely the ensemble cast.
Okay.
Like, usually in, like, a terrorist movie where they're taken over, it's like the henchmen are kind of, like, forgettable, and you just kind of, like, don't recognize them. It's kind of like, who cares? I think all the different characters have like these unique personalities. Like there's the one guy that looks like Huey Lewis or whatever. Then there's like the guy with the glasses, and then there's like the slick back hair big dude, and it's like you get like a real good sense that this is like a professional crew. And to me, it's like it's the like little work of the smaller actors that make this movie like so enjoyable and watchable. So to me, it's like the cast. They do an incredible job from top to bottom.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna get off of your point and say casting. Yeah, I agree. Lots of full background characters that are kind of fleshed out, right? Even if it's just the guy's brother, right? Whatever. Fritz, let's call him Fritz, goes up with his little German glasses and gets killed. And you're like, oh, poor Fritz, and his brother's out for blood, the rest of it. It's actual characters. They stand out. The tech guy, I'm thinking of the tech hacker guy, right? He's kind of quite animated, even from Reginald Val Johnson to the kind of the chief that's running the scene, to the two FBI agents that show up, to even, what's his limo's driver's name?
Argyle.
I was like, I feel like it's a type of fabric. Argyle.
Yep.
He's
just like rocking out, like listening to the music in the basement
like,
while
whatever,
all the
man.
stuff's going
My
down.
boss thinks I'm on my way to Las Vegas, and I'm like, oh, that explains how you can just chill in this. Okay, yeah, perfect, cool. My favorite part, I believe, is the introduction and just the threat that the performance that Alan Rickman gives right off the bat. Right, he comes in, he's stoic. He has a great presence about him, right? He has some couple terrifying moments, and he's quite educated, right? And he kind of brings that sophistication to, instead of like bumbling nincompoop henchman, right? He is that more stoic brains of the operation, right? Watching his fall too, right? I'll say that at the end of the movie, spoilers, when he is dropped off the end of the building, they didn't know that was coming, so it's an actual genuine reaction shot that they captured from Rickman, or like he knew he was going to fall, but they didn't know like the timing exactly. So
they said they were going to drop him on 3 where they dropped him on 2.
Yeah, That look, the terror in his face, and then just that first performance when he meets John McClane, and he switches from this kind of this sleazy English pompous mastermind to just like bumbling American so quickly that I'm almost taken back, right? Like watching this scene, and as soon as he kind of turns the corner and finds him and points a gun at him, and also he's like, "Oh man, stop it! You're just like those other guys. You're gonna get me!" And I'm like, that is a great turn of phrase, Mr. Rickman. Like, wow, that like phenomenal, right? I love that. So now I'm gonna throw my favorite part of the movie is Alan Rickman, and not just because he's dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, he's just genuinely like amazing.
Yeah,
in
well,
this.
and I just want to give him big credit from like that time he cheats on his wife in Love Actually. That's why I love Alan Rickman. My wife
most other notable scenes is just Alan Rickman who cheated on his wife.
Just once in a while we watch that movie and she just gives me fucking glances for the next 5 days. She's like, fucking asshole. And I was like, wasn't me. It was a fictional story. A story, you know. Damn it.
Fictional characters.
Speaking of Kevin Smith, most notable scene or part of this film. So, haven't seen Die Hard for a while. What could it be? Let's see. Could it be John McClane on a plane or in a limo? The introduction of the Germans? McClane witnessing the death of the Japanese guy. The dead German in the elevator with the writing that says, "Now I have a radio." The rooftop fight. Using a gun to rappel down some ducks, which I hated. Didn't like that part at all. Using the body to get the cops' attention. The firefight with the police. When John meets Hans Gruber. No shoes on the glass. Could it be taking the hostages to the Seaford roof? The final confrontation with a taped gun? Him saying, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers." Or the Hans Gruber fall?
You know, that's the joke about this movie is there's just so many good scenes. I think it's like how quotable this movie was. Like it's all, obviously these quotes are really like done out now, and everybody's like yippee-ki-yay is like so lame that everybody's like, come on, don't use that. That's terrible. Or they're like, go see the family, have a good time. It's he's like talking to himself, and it's like, man, I've done that.
Yeah.
Like I've been there. It's like, this is horrible. I'm just going to sit there and just vent to myself in a really sarcastic manner. It's just like super quotable. Yeah, this movie is like great script, good cast.
Yeah, and like I almost kind of want to just, I think that's my praise at the end is the script, and I just like I'm gonna run through a couple examples and we can just kind of talk about it then. But yeah, script is excellent. I think for myself, like yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, the gun tapes your back, I'm just thinking like other things that were kind of the elevator, right? Him coming down with the Christmas lights, saying "Now I have a radio." And walking on glass, like those are probably like, if you think Die Hard, those are probably like the 4 things that'll come out. One of those 4 kind of key elements of just, yeah, again, everyday guy in an action movie, just regular stuff. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. What's our least favorite part of the movie? I didn't even write anything down for this because I was like,
Great question.
I'm going to say that just how quickly. So it's about an hour, actually. The second half of this movie, the police are sitting outside, and they actually end up being more of a threat to the terrorists than John McClane is inside. So I'd say maybe my least favorite part of the movie is how quickly the police presence shows up, and just how it kind of escalates outside with like the big firefight, and then the FBI guys showing up, and then them trying to get inside, and them dying, and just like the continual police presence, which does kind of negate a little bit some of the seriousness of this, right? I mean, I guess it just gives John McClane different things to do in the second half of the movie, right? He's kind of the inside man working. Well, he's not even working with them. He's just kind of being like a rogue, doing his own thing, right? But I think it's, yeah, just, I don't know, it kind of does lessen a little bit of like the terrorist threat when we know that there's 75 cops outside.
Yeah, that's good. That's fair. That's fair. It just kind of like deflates the sales a
Yeah,
little bit.
and maybe they show up at the end or something. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is Reginald L. Johnson and like one guy outside the whole time or something, holding the fort down and like, oh, are we going to do this? And then the rest, whatever. But it's a pretty good, tight, clean movie. It's hard to have a least favorite part. Do you have a least favorite part?
Not really. I think about some stuff and I'm like, what don't I like about this movie? I'm like, I don't really know. To be honest, it's very rewatchable. It's very quotable. It's like easy to like watch and listen to and just enjoy and just like kind of get in this world. I think the most uncomfortable scene is when he has to like run over the glass and has to like peel some of the glass out of his feet. I'm like, this is just painful. But like that's a great scene. So I don't really have a criticism.
But you know why he doesn't have shoes on, Tyson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the idiot in the plane in the beginning, it's like, oh, when you get there, just take your shoes off and ball your feet up.
On this rewatch, like I was watching, like I'm gonna be dialed in. I'm gonna I'm gonna Podtendo this. I'm a reviewer right now, and and he tells him to take his shoes off, and I was like, holy fuck, are you serious? And I was like, that is okay, I get it. And then again, any conversation he has essentially ties to the plot, comes back later, and I'm like, that's why they say the plot is so tight, because everything has a purpose. Cool, awesome.
Yeah. Like gotta praise the foresight of the writers to start sprinkling that stuff in early on, and it's just like it's a passing line, and you're just like a really random, like you're the person sitting next to you on a plane gives you some advice and you follow it and you end up regretting it for the rest of the movie.
Well, and of course that's exactly how advice from strangers works, right? So, but good writing works like that. Is that a side tangent we want to go on right now? Kind of, sort of. It's like kind of in the verse. Like Stranger Things has been released kind of just in the last week prior to kind of us recording here, and there's a couple things that are sprinkled into this like new season that are from the first season that hasn't been mentioned, and I'm like, now was that intentional, or are you just like good at referencing old stuff, right? And I'm like, because it's been so long of making that show, right? But essentially, without spoiling it, the little sister, Mike's little sister, becomes a bit more of a main character in this new season, and she's been around the whole series. And I'm like, was that intentional, or did you just use her because she was sitting there?
Yeah.
Whereas I bet you every key piece of dialogue in Die Hard was intentional. It's not like they started and as they were filming, they're like, man, we should take his shoes off. Like, remember the line from the plane? Yeah.
Could be.
Now, if Die Hard was filmed over the course of 12 years, that we could argue that maybe that's how it was developed. So
that's the problem with Stranger Things.
Yes.
Guess what? So season 1, 2016.
Oh.
Season 2, 2017, and then season 3 is 2019, and then there's a 3-year gap to season 4, and then another 3-year gap. And you're like, I understand, like special effects take a while, but man, 3 years in between seasons, just like,
yes.
If you were like, Tyson, what happened? Tell me like what happened season 3 or 4. I'm like, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, you have to watch a recap, and then you're like,
yeah.
But those things aside, release dates and like timeline, that is my biggest criticism of that show. Once you're in the show, I'm like, okay, it's actually okay. You know, it's pretty, it's okay. It's good. I would actually even say good. So I said it. Wow. Criticism. We have to give a criticism though of Die Hard. You great podcast reviewer guys. Its spin-off video games weren't that fun. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Tied it into the PS1 game, Die Hard. Yeah, you ever played it? Angry Video Game Nerd did one time. He didn't have fun with it. He said it sucks bullshit. He was going to put his mouth on the bull's butthole and suck up the shit, because that's how he talks, and people like that. So Angry Video Game Nerd review. Yeah,
that's definitely still with the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, criticism of this movie. I guess it's just like, I don't know. Like, to be honest, I'm like, I really like this movie, even to a point where like I will just randomly watch like the like, I don't like the Cleveland show, but they do a really good Die Hard parody, and it's delightful. And there's sometimes where I'm watching that and I'm just like saying the lines from the Cleveland show because they're like, oh, it's fine.
I was gonna say, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's an okay show. It's fine. It's a sitcom, but yeah, there's a couple where like they do Die Hards. I think they do Die Hard a couple times. Those are like the better episodes. So, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, great, awesome. It's tight. It's clean. I almost had a criticism, actual, a real one. No, it's gone.
Like, I was thinking like soundtrack wise, there's not really like a notable song or theme that I can think of. Like Terminator has like you can hear the title sequence when you think of Terminator. I can't hear this movie. I can hear the one-liners, and maybe that's the point, and the music's just there to kind of just like play like background noise. But it's like I can't think of like what's the Die Hard theme.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't do it.
cool. But I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand, right? Like Terminator is about the prestige, the Schwarzenegger, the dun 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 dun, right? The action, the over the top ness that is the Schwarzenegger. Whereas Die Hard kind of does kind of play into more of like the Bruce Willis kind of. What is Bruce Willis best known for? Right? It's his kind of his charm, his charisma, his coolness, right? That kind of untapped coolness. And I think that's kind of what Die Hard gives you and brings to the table is just kind of like uses Bruce Willis's strengths, quote unquote, to kind of create an atmosphere that matches the main star, if that makes sense. So it is kind of a bit more quiet and subdued, and it is just going to be kind of more of an everyman, and he's, from a more humble star, right? As opposed to kind of like the over-the-topness that you're getting with some of the other action heroes. So, like, that's probably why they didn't put a theme in. Yeah, criticisms. Okay, how about a praise? Maybe we'll have something to say there. Tight script. Everything that's said. Every interaction, every line of dialogue is important later on in the movie. Every film writer should just watch this movie and, like, think about that. Think about when you're writing a character being annoying guy on a plane. Yeah, I just wanted to take the piss out of some millennial. Look at him looking at his phone all the time doing selfies, idiot. No, it should actually matter later in the film. You shouldn't waste my time. Don't waste my time. So, the script, yeah.
And this movie does not really waste your time. Like,
Nope.
yeah, it's a little long at a 1:32 or whatever. It does not, I never, like, this feels like a 90-minute movie because it's so tight.
Well, that's why I paused it. I'm like, well, when do the cops show up? And it was like halfway through the film, and I was like, really? Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's one of a classic movie. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, go check it out. Because maybe you'll be like me and you're like, you gotta watch this every Christmas just for whatever. I don't care if I'm sitting down watching every line. It's like, well, this better be on.
Well,
like, this needs to be like, this is a tradition now.
And this is one of those quintessential movies that kind of just helped create a genre, right? Like the action movie, a lot of action movies, a lot of terrorists, right? Plots come kind of from this perfect film. And I want to compare it to, say, in terms of like sci-fi time travel. I think Back to the Future is the example of just the perfect start to finish masterpiece of a sci-fi time travel movie, right? It's hard to outdo it. Very, very few do. You maybe could argue that there's like a couple better time travel-y movies, but just Back to the Future is just so well crafted from start to finish, and every little cog is just a well-oiled machine that kind of flies along the tracks. I would say that's similar to what Die Hard is giving you. It is just the quintessential perfect little action movie. Every little anything you could ever want and hope and dream from an action film is probably in this film, and a lot of the tropes that you love and adore from other movies are in here, right? So it's just this epitome. Like they just made this. They perfected it. I mean, obviously there was action movies before this, right? I mean, there were sci-fi movies, there's time travel movies for Back to the Future, right? But when you do perfect things, you kind of become the gold standard. And I think that's how Die Hard kind of what it came out to be, right? Was just excellent, awesome movie. Probably often replicated, right? Duplicated, but never really quite perfected as much as this one is. So that's kind of my final praise. Is just you came out and you were the best version. You created your own little genre. Die Hard. Literally, it's a genre of film now. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very, very good. So yeah, I got nothing but great things to say about this movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Cleveland show's not a great show, but dang it, they hit gold with that Die Hard parody. I'm just like,
yeah. Well, and that's like almost one of the problems with this is because it has been so parodied that you see it everywhere, right? You're watching it and you're like, oh, I remember when Futurama did that. Oh, The Simpsons did this one. Or Rick and Morty did that scene. Oh, this scene was parodied in that film, and right, it's kind of torn apart. And I just don't have the reps with this film as I do with other films, right? Where I can kind of sit here, we can talk about the Turtles. And I'm like, man, I watch these Turtle movies so often. I can go back and like tell you about this scene and how I remember like that scene giving me these feelings. Whereas going back and watching Die Hard, I'm probably within, I don't know, 6 times. Like, I don't know if I've seen Die Hard more than 6 times, right? Kind of start to finish. So I just don't know if I have the reps in to sit here and kind of recite off the top of my head, oh, I love this part, I love that part. I ended up having to actually go back and like rewatch it to do all of the notable scenes, because I'm like, how does this movie go again? I don't know it beat for beat off the top of my head, right? But it's just kind of where it found me later in life, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's I think if we would have grown up with it, it would have been like a bit higher up on those, like that tier ranking list of greatest movies of all time, but like still solid.
Oh yeah.
Like I still really enjoyed the heck out of this movie.
Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of the same point I'm trying to make. I don't know, I kind of ran out of steam there, and I was like, I don't have any segue for how to leave this. Anything else about the movie before we kind of get into the second half of our show that you would like to discuss? Or you're like, no, I forgot to talk about that part.
Nah. I mean, it's hard to talk about this movie without just like going beat for beat through the scenes.
Sure.
It's good. Check it out. If you haven't seen Die Hard, go watch it. It's like a tour de force of like how even small bit players done well can really stand up the test of time and just be like completely recognizable. Like it from top to bottom, this is how movies should be done. There's so many like modern movies where you're like, all these characters are the exact same, or I couldn't tell you these. Like you'll recognize the stars and that's it.
Yep.
This one, you're like, if I showed you a screenshot of each of the characters and like, or a bunch of characters in a bunch of different movies, if I showed you one of the like the side characters or secondary characters, you'd be like, oh, that's from Die Hard.
Yeah.
I don't know the name, but that's from Die Hard for sure.
Yeah.
So, and that is a testament to not only like visual storytelling, but also like a tight script, good actors, and a good director, and just like good production all around. Like this movie is fantastic.
Yeah, no, top notch. And I guess that kind of wraps up the first half of the show where we say Die Hard is pretty cool. In the second half of the show, I'm going to piss everyone off when I say Die Hard's not really a Christmas movie, though. It takes place at Christmas, but like, just because something happens at Christmas doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie. Christmas has to be the main theme, or like a driving force of the film. You can't a film that just happens. So I like would say that this is not a Christmas movie. Like if you watch this on Christmas specifically, you just want to watch a good movie, that's fine. Like this is one of the better.
It's a Christmas
this
movie.
is one of the.
There's Christmas trees. The problem is there's not many good Christmas movies.
Oh, Christmas movies are terrible. Absolutely,
Yeah,
there are no good.
they're terrible. So you're just like you gotta like stretch it a little
Sure.
bit and be like, this happens on Christmas. I'm not watching some garbage
Well,
like.
but just for example,
that
like last night we watched.
Filmation terrible Grinch movie.
Yeah, but we watched Kiss Bang Bang last night with Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Oh yeah, not another Christmas movie.
It happens in Christmas. Michelle Monaghan wearing her little Santa Christmas outfit at one point, strips naked and like goes and has a nap. And I'm like, awesome. But again, not a Christmas movie. Just because she's dressed up as Santa doesn't mean it's Santa. So you can have things. So, are you buying it? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I say no.
And I say yes.
But by definition, I'm going to tell you that Christmas movies suck balls. There are no good Christmas movies. So therefore, Die Hard cannot be a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's one of those like holiday movies in general.
I mean,
really struggle.
Yeah, like that's a good point.
We have what Halloween,
yeah,
Christmas, and then the rest.
But you don't really
there's
even
not,
have
there's
Halloween.
not like a
No.
good. There's not like a.
You have horror as a genre. That's not Halloween, because the only Halloween movie is Halloween, which takes place on Halloween on the first one, and then all subsequent movies, well, I guess they take place on Halloween, but they're not about like the act of Halloween trick or treating, right? And that's probably a function.
No, but I was thinking like Trick or Treat. That's a Halloween movie.
Sure.
I'm thinking of what's that darn animated movie?
You can't say the Christmas or the Halloween Tree.
Halloween Tree.
No, because
yes.
only you and me and Mum know about that movie. No one else.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's based off a book. It's educational,
I
kids.
don't know if it is good. It's the actual. Are you buying it? Just kidding. We will talk about a Christmas movie at some point, but maybe Tyson has to play a game. Are you buying it? Die Hard fans propose various ideas. So one of their fan theories of Die Hard, that's our segment, Are You Buying It? Not just the AI's interpretation, which is actually we're going to spend money and buy this. It's kind of a play on words. So some of the fans include that the film is an allegory for police corruption. Okay. How about that?
Okay.
That's all that you get, apparently. How about that Sergeant Alan Powell is actually a disguised Carl Winslow from Family Matters?
Did he shoot Urkel? Was Urkel the kid that he shot?
Oh, shit, maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
he had it coming. Get away from my
Well,
daughter.
I you know, Family Matters is kind of problematic because Urkel was always hitting on the one daughter, Laura, and she did not want anything to do it. And his catchphrase was, "I'm wearing you down."
I thought it was, "Did I do that?"
Well, that too, but for her specifically, it's, "I'm wearing you down." It's like, oh God, this is so problematic as a show.
What was it? His name was Steve Urkel, and then what was his name when he became cool? Because at one point he had to become cool. He was like, was it just Steven?
Could be.
No? Okay.
Could
we
be.
don't know.
I'm not, the only thing I remember is the creepy puppets.
Yeah.
Remember the creepy puppet that came alive for the Halloween special?
I liked his smart car that he had that everyone made fun of that now are just popular cars. How about another theory? Hans Gruber's plan was to have all the men killed to avoid getting caught.
You know, I could believe it. I could believe it because he does just strategically like, hey, why don't you go check that out by yourself?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Like, if you want to do this, you send squads of 3. It's not like you're low on men.
Sure. And that would also...
You got to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our last point here was the Hans Gruber intended to murder his henchmen after they completed the heist. Again, hence why he was so willy-nilly being like, yeah, you go do this. You go take care of this. Okay, interesting. And then finally, the other fan theory suggests that John McClane is the same person as David Dunn from M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable. But then he got... Can he get cut in Unbreakable? No, I think... I think he's like literally invincible.
Yeah. But he can drown.
Like, that's his weakness. That's his kryptonite.
Yeah, it's like, but then how did the glass go into his feet?
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, well, are you buying it? No. People have fun with it.
Some yes, some no. Carl Winslow definitely killed Steve Urkel.
Steven. I think it was Steven. I think that was his, when he was cool.
Yeah.
He's like, get away from my daughter. He's like, I only like that little nerd by her. Dad, it was a little nerd. He's like, uh-oh. Well, back to L.A. for me.
Not bad. I'm moving to L.A., everybody.
Where police corruption...
Dad, we're in San Francisco. It's not that far.
Police corruption is accepted. Okay. All right.
You know, that is one of the... That does have some weight to it, because, John McClane just spends a lot of the movie just yelling at the police, like, just get anyone down here. Sir, this is an emergency line. Is this an emergency? It's like, I don't know. I'm getting shot at in a tower. A bunch of people held hostage by terrorists. I think it's an emergency.
Well,
late
80s to like early 90s LA. If you look at the Predator 2, right? It's just this crazy war zone where there's like warlords and gang lords, and the police are all just like having these giant firefights. So it's definitely like in the wheelhouse of this area for sure. And then this probably leads into like the Rodney King trials, right?
I was gonna say, when's the LA riots? Probably in the early 90s?
I think so. I don't know. You want it maybe, let's see, LA riots. Let's be educated. 92. Okay. So 4 years from now. Yeah. So probably on the surface, LA's corrupt. There's some stuff going on, race and stuff. It exists. Anyways, let's look at it closer when we look at more of the problems of the world. When we jump into our patented Wayback Machine. Remember how I said I wasn't there? I lied. I mean, Tyson broke the illusion pretty right away. But had you just listened to me and not listened to Tyson, in fact, I lied to you this whole time. So July 15th, 1998, or 1988, sorry, is where we're going to travel to in our patented Wayback Machine and find out, do we want to live there? So I wrote these clearly for Tyson, and you'll see why in a second. So top TV show, was it 48 Hours, In the Heat of the Night, Murphy Brown, or Red Dwarf?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love me some Red Dwarf.
I'm like,
That's a great show.
yeah. And
That is a delightful show. I made mom and dad watch some of that, and they're like, I don't get it. It's like, just enjoy it. Shut up.
you have to be
This is
British
better
from
than Star Trek.
1988. Come on.
Or grew up with this and having like six channels, and this was one of the few things on. So you just fell in love with these characters.
Okay. How about top cartoon shows that were popular July 15th, 1988? We saw Garfield and Friends, Count Duckula,
Okay.
The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh,
Great song.
A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Denver, The Last Dinosaur, Dino Riders, and Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah. There's some of these have ingrained in my brain.
Yeah.
Like obviously the Garfield and Friends. For some reason, I remember the one where they went to the farm really, really well. That we must have had that on like
That's the
VHS
Christmas
or
special.
something.
Yeah. It's advertised
Okay.
on my like Prime right now. Every time I throw out the Fire Stick, it's like, you want to watch Garfield's and Friends Christmas? And I'm like, yes, so badly. I don't remember.
Sure.
It must have been on a VHS exactly. And we watched it as like a fever dream as a kid or something. But movies.
Yeah.
So top of movies from July 15th, 1988. So still in theaters, you could see Phantasm 2, Short Circuit 2, Coming to America, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some duds and some good ones.
Yeah.
Coming to America's pretty good.
Yep.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit's like incredible.
I love it so much. It's so great. And it makes me sad anytime, like, just the acting, the pound for pound acting that, what's his name? It escaped me. The guy, Roger Rabbit, played Mario.
Yep.
Son of a gun. Well, Roger Rabbit, I'm not going to give you any praise. Anyways, I want to watch you all the time. All right, it's like you just watched this.
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. Yeah, good old Bob Hoskins. Just the pound for pound acting that he does against a cartoon in that movie. Incredible. You don't know that he's not there the whole time. And now you look.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like, they need to take that attention to detail when they work with new films with CGI, because I always find that, like, the new Jurassic Park, at one point they go and they look at a dinosaur and like, it's so beautiful, and you can kind of see the guy like just vaguely staring. He's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. Like, the blocking just isn't as good as it was in Roger Rabbit. I mean, they probably spent a lot of time on the blocking because that was kind of the whole point of the movie. So okay, and if you wait a few weeks, you could see Big Top Pee-wee, Caddyshack 2, The Blob, The Last Temptation of Christ, Young Guns, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Okay. Like, I mean, Caddyshack 2's not as good as Caddyshack 1. But the Blob, this is the Blob I'm thinking of. Like, this one will mess you up and give you some nightmares.
It's true. I actually tried watching it once because Mom's like, oh, we should watch this. This is good. And I turned it off because I hate it. I don't like watching the people dissolve into it, Mother.
Yeah, it's, like, messed up.
Yeah.
Like, kids get dissolved. Every character, like, oh, I like this character. They are going to die.
Yeah.
Young Guns, I remember your one buddy and our like former roommate or whatever. He was really big into Young Guns. It's like, I'm watching Young Guns. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you mean that like Emilio Estevez movie? It's like, yeah, it's got everybody in it. Its cast is sick. And you're like, I don't know if I'm this hardcore into westerns.
What other?
But it's good. It's a good one.
Alex, you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That one. And what's the other one? Is it Young Blood? Is that like the hockey movie with oh my, I apparently don't know any actors' names right now. Young Blood.
Is that the one with like I think Slapshot or
No. Rob Lowe is like a hockey player. It's like a sports romance movie from 1986. He was big into Young Blood too. I was like, Young Guns, Young Blood,
okay.
and I was like, okay,
yeah. It's got Young in it.
it's him.
Alex is like, it's like, yeah,
love
I'm
it.
all about it.
Top video games from July 15th, 1988. We saw Football Manager 2, A Legend of Zelda, and Double Dragon.
Dang.
You want one dragon? No, we want double the dragon. What?
It's like, and the OG Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I know some people like to look back at it and be like, it's not as good as these newer games. You're like, look, there was no other games doing this stuff
Yeah.
at this time. Give it props, please. It's so good. Like, it's not like the greatest game of all time, but it's like this laid some essential foundational work that the rest of the like gaming world just benefited from now to
Still being
eternity.
copied till this day. So between Zelda and Die Hard, it's all just copy and paste. Son of a gun. But that that's what the pop culture landscape looks like. So with that knowledge, do we feel greater? Well, I wasn't really alive and functioning at that point in my life, so I don't really have much nostalgia for this stuff that when it came out. But maybe you're older than me, and you're like, oh, I remember watching Big Top Pee-wee in theaters. Okay.
Yeah, or that awesome theme song of New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, man. Can't believe how many times I watched The Last Temptation of Christ. Woo.
Oh, praise.
All right. But before we get out of here, guys, we're going to do a cultural significance and then be done. So what are we doing today? Looks like AI. Ooh, I actually edited these notes. I don't know if you noticed. They kind of read like a person wrote them. AI just did a really terrible job. Like, I'm disappointed.
It's almost like AI is overrated.
Yeah, it really is. Like, in fact, my new favorite thing I hate is the commercials. There's a couple podcasts I listen to, and the podcasters come on these commercials and like, hi, we're from this podcast, and we just got the new Google Pixel 10 with AI Assistant, and I can't wait. The other day I was making she's like, hot chocolate for my kids, and I didn't have cream, so I asked if I could substitute milk, and it said yes. And that was like the commercial. And I was like, why don't you just Google it? Like,
It's like, this isn't saving you.
in fact, you could just go to Google and say like, hey Siri, Google, can I use milk? And it like will show you something that's actually like a reference instead of just misinterpreting a website's recipe.
Yeah, and I mean, if I can take one small tangent, I was at a conference.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a thing about AI, and the guy, he made a website with AI, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it was a pretty basic like little website. It just had some slider things to it. And It's like, okay, yeah, that took you an hour. Cool. That's kind of cool. But then he used that output of the like survey that these people would fill out to input it into a podcast generator. So there would be a podcast that would generate based on these people's out what they think their future is going to be in 60 or like when they're 65 or whatever. And it was so mediocre. Like, it was just the sloppiest trash like you'll ever hear. Like the most fluffiest fluff. Like, there's nothing to it. And it's like, there's these two people talking and they kind of like pretend to overtalk to each other, but they talk in just such an inhuman form. You're just like, and then there was another section where he made 3 videos and he's like, which one of these is AI? And I like watched it and I was like, that's AI.
Yeah.
That's AI. That's AI. You're trying to trick us. All 3 of these are AI. And then at the very end, it's like, oh, did I surprise you? All 3 of these are made with AI. And some people are like, wow, I couldn't tell. It's like, really? The lips not syncing to at all what he was saying wasn't a dead giveaway that this was clearly AI made.
Well, I think just as with any new technology that comes out, right, we're always going to have the old guys on the lawn saying, get off my lawn, you damn kids. And then there'll be the kids out there, right, standing on the lawns, being little assholes, right? So the people that are using the AI, you just have to be aware of what it can do and how it can work, and that there are limitations, right? And just be limited by... Be smart. Use right,
and try to educate yourself to spot it. Like AI has tells,
but AI is
continue
also
to like educate yourself on what those tells are.
Well, there's also a big difference. I would just even say in my uses for this podcast, if I use AI and I'm very specific, like you should have seen how many instructions I gave. Like I laid out goddamn like 12 instructions. Do this, reference this, make sure you check this, do this, do that, and I laid out all the steps. Our first notes that AI created weren't terrible. They sounded actually kind of like us. They had similar ideas. And then the more I just kind of like, okay, now based on my last instructions, and like kind of, I tried to cheat the process and was like, can you make notes based on this? The note quality became less and less and less based on kind of the inputs I was giving them, right? And I think that's going to be a function of human nature, right? Is we're lazy, right? There's a reason that we do things, we're very efficient. We try and do things as efficiently as possible, and we're kind of lazy and we take shortcuts, and it'll cost us, right? So it's just one of those things to kind of be aware of. Look at that. You guys know you get an AI disclaimer? Isn't that the plot of Die Hard 4? You have to fight AI.
I have no idea. I haven't seen Die Hard 4. I stopped after 1 and I was like, I don't need to watch these other ones. The first one's the best.
Does not fight AI.
I know in the movie Artificial Intelligence that has it. Same with iRobot.
No, there's
There you
another
go.
one. Eagle Eye. It's a similar thing where it's like AI.
Oh yeah, with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, and Michelle
Yeah.
Monaghan as well. All right. Oh, look at this. We're doing that, guys. We went from Armageddon with Michael Bay, which took us to Transformers, which got us Shia LaBeouf, and then Shia LaBeouf got us to Eagle Eye, which then got us to Michelle Monaghan, which got us to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which then got us Val Kilmer, which then gets us to Batman Forever, the best Batman movie.
Yo, 100%. Definitely better than Dark Knight Rises.
And with that, we're on to cultural significance. So in this section, we like other stuff, and we tell how this maybe movie relates. It all said video games, so I had to change the video games to stuff. So let's see. AI's first option is cultural significance option 1, the Christmas movie that wasn't meant to be one. So Die Hard's biggest cultural footprint is the ongoing, never-ending yearly debate about whether it's a Christmas movie. What started as a tongue-in-cheek internet argument eventually grew into a new holiday tradition. TV networks began scheduling Die Hard marathons in December. Families started including it in their seasonal viewing rotation, and the movie carved out this weird little wonderful new identity long after its theatrical run. This is exactly the kind of retro pop culture evolution we've looked at SideQuest Cinema episodes. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle episodes unexpectedly becoming a philosophical nostalgic tomb or touchstone? Really? Or the Super Mario Brothers 1993 finding a second life as a cult curiosity? I guess.
That's one way of looking at those movies.
Die Hard. I mean, it knew that we. In fact, I would have known AI actually listened to all our shows if it would have been like, or the Super Mario Brothers movie from '93 being much better than the one released in 2021. I was like, yeah, that was my take, wasn't it? Okay, maybe not the best take.
It was.
I
It
ever had.
was.
Now, in all fairness, the first Mario Brothers movie, like the one that came out, the animated one, is fucking terrible. There's no plot. There's nothing to do. The characters just move because Mario fights Bowser, so that's what happens. It's dumb. There's no plot. I still think the Super Mario Brothers movie from '93 is better than that one because at least it has a freaking like a point to it. There's an actions. There's like a plot. There's rising actions. They do stuff.
But how many random garbage songs do they have in there?
It's true.
It's like No Time to Brooklyn. Like there's no that.
It's true.
It's terrible.
I know.
I hate Illumination stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I do not get like. I'm just like that's just me, the old man yelling at a cloud. Where it's like the Illumination studio has not had a hit in my books. They've made money for sure, but like the people who like Despicable Me and the Minions, and I'm like, why?
Yeah. Despicable Me, the first one, maybe you could be like, it actually is a good movie. It's like kind of heartwarming. It was like fresh, it was a fun take. And then just with the inclusion of the Minions, don't you have to kind of be like, but actually,
If the most quotable thing is it's so fluffy,
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
no, bad. This
Yeah.
is bad. Stop doing this. This is all so bad. Yeah, like Despicable Me, The Lorax,
But Taylor
How about
Swift.
Secret Life of Pets.
I think I made that movie actually once. Me and my friend were like, we should make a Pixar movie. It's about pets. There's a boy dog and there's a girl dog across the house and there's a fat friend. Like that. Like that's like the point of the Secret Life of Pets. And I was like, son of a bitch. Anyways, cultural significance. Option 2, redefining the modern action hero. I just don't know if I want to read this sentence. You want to just play a game?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, suck it, AI. So we're gonna play the ultimate year-end game, guys. That we have to play. Is it a Christmas movie game? Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
So I've broken this up as we have a 1A and a 1B. So on either side of the tournament, we have the ultimate. We obviously know Die Hard has to be a Christmas movie. It definitely is. So it's up there. What about the other one that kind of quintessentially gets there is Harry Potter. So it could be one Harry Potter because they definitely have Christmas there and they give gifts in one of the movies. So like Christmas exists, but also weirdly Harry Potter movies have kind of like turned into that.
Wait. So in Harry Potter, they celebrate Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense for wizards.
Well, maybe Jesus was a wizard,
Oh, did turn water to wine.
right? I mean, they don't really get into it. And I mean,
No, just reference for background dressing.
J.K. Rowling is like hardcore, like nuclear family, no gays or trans people, so she is very much into Jesus. So
until she cleans her house of all that black mold, I'm not taking anything she says seriously.
Yeah.
I think she needs to go get that checked out,
Yeah.
because you cannot live in a black mold infested house as a billionaire. That's just things are wrong and not adding up.
Isn't that the plot of Resident Evil 7?
Is J.K. Rowling part of Umbrella?
Shit. Oh, anyways, so we have 1A, 1B. That's what I called them. They could be 2s, but 1A, 1B, Harry Potter, Die Hard. They're on either side of the bracket. But we have to get... They get a 2-round bye. So we're going to play kind of like a mini tournament, and then you have to be either Harry Potter or Die Hard at the end. So we'll start with our 4-7 matchup. We see Batman Returns versus Eyes Wide Shut. So which of those is a better Christmas movie?
I mean, Eyes Wide Shut has some Christmassy things to it,
Yep.
but Batman Returns is very snowy.
Yep.
And I think they even and Penguin even gives gifts at some points. So, yeah, Batman Returns. That's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
there's they fight at a Christmas tree.
Yep. And that one lady dies.
Spoilers.
Batman Returns.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, Batman Returns. Yeah, okay. Also, kind of messed up. If you haven't watched it for a while, it is one of those ones you get to and you're like, man, Tim Burton's weird. Huh.
Oh, that's like some of the darkest movies ever made. And it's like, here's a movie for kids. And you're like, as like Penguin bites a guy's nose off. And you're like,
what the hell? It's going to go up against in the next round. We'll find out which is a better Christmas movie. Is it number 5, Lethal Weapon, or is it number 6, Rent?
I've never seen Rent. I know it's about AIDS or something.
Yeah. Everyone has AIDS.
Oh, yes, that famous song. It's a musical pass. Lethal Weapon, you win.
Lethal Weapon. All right. What musical do you just watch? Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron? It's not bad. In fact, actually, it's a terrible movie. Just the songs are great. There's like 5 songs, and I'm like, this is a really good song.
I'm just not I studied music and I like music. I hate musicals. I was in drama. I like drama. I hate musicals. They're just like,
if for some reason you had to watch one, gun to your head, watch Greatest Showman. There's about 4 songs, and you're like, that was a really good song. I mean, it's also Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman singing and dancing. You know, 2 of the most delightful, charming people on the planet, those 2. So, anyways, good job, Lethal Weapons. Now, into the lower half of the bracket, we have number 3, Mean Girls, versus the number 8, You've Got Mail.
So, Mean Girls is a Christmas movie?
Yeah, they do the Santa dance. They're dressed up as Santa. Remember, that's our definition?
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They do. And You Got Mail, Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves sending emails, or is this Tom Hanks and someone else?
You're thinking of The Lake House. You've Got Mail is Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, I don't remember anything from You Got Mail, so I'm going to give it to Mean Girls again.
Nice. Good job, Santa baby. Number 9. Do you get... No, it's Amanda Siegfried. You get Amanda Siegfried dressed up as like in a little Santa outfit, and Rachel McAdams.
She does have some funny lines about like there's a 98 or like there's a 75% chance it's already raining. She's like soaked, and you're like,
I mean,
that's a good
in fact,
joke.
actually, that's a pretty like banger lineup because you get is it Lindsay Lohan, Lacey Chabert, Amanda Siegfried, and who's the main girl? Rachel McAdams, all dressed up as like Santas. Yeah. Okay, all right. I'll remember that for later. How about number 9 matchup, which is Trading Places versus the number 2 seed Gremlins?
Easy. It's Gremlins.
Yeah.
This one's one of my other like go-to Christmas movies of all time. This one's amazing. I love Gremlins. It, like that whole like horrifying speech that she does about like, yeah, my dad dressed up as Santa and then he like tried to climb down and he slipped and broke his neck. We didn't discover him for years. It's like, Jesus. And then she tries to have that same speech again in the second one, and they just like cut her off. They're like, no, we're not going there. It's like,
that's pretty good. And like the whole horror scene when they're attacking, like the neighbors getting killed, definitely getting killed by the tractor. Santa at one point gets like killed by the gremlins. The old lady in the stairs. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
So now we're down to, I guess, we're still around. We're not Harry Potter round yet. So is it Batman Returns or Lethal Weapon? Which is the better Christmas movie?
I'm gonna go with Batman Returns.
Yep.
I just don't watch I understand Lethal Weapon's good. It just always seemed like a step and a half or 2 steps down from Die Hard. So I was like, if you're gonna watch Lethal Weapon, just watch Die Hard.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. Okay, then the other side, we've got Mean Girls versus Gremlins.
Easy. This one's another Gremlins win. Like this one's probably gonna.
Really? But
I don't know. It's got a tough bracket. It's got a tough bracket.
Lacey Chabert
but
is just she's so pretty. Okay. But we'll give it to Gremlins. I understand. I mean, we almost did Gremlins as a Christmas movie, so it makes sense that gets there. All right. So now to the semifinals. We've got Harry Potter. Again, it could be one. It could be like the whole marathon, right? Because sometimes at Christmas movie or like Christmas time, channels will just play Harry Potter's 1 through end. Families I know will like when they get together have to sit and they'll like watch all the Harry Potters or something like that. You hear stories of that, so it's just kind of ingratiated in kind of the Christmas culture. So we got Harry Potter versus Batman Returns, which is the better Christmas movie.
You know, this is a tough one because it's like, there's a lot of people like I know the Harry Potter like that's the thing that kind of plays around like the holidays. I am I'm not like I think I read the first book and then just never really did. It's like I'll watch the movies and I'll watch them when they're on. I'm not a Harry Potter kid, as it were.
Oh, you should get the audiobooks.
I played some Hogwarts. Like you keep suggesting this, and I'm like, I'm not listening to like 85 hours.
Yeah, but Jim Dale takes you on a magical fucking adventure.
I can't do this to myself.
In book 5, he won an award for being credited and having over 213 unique voices. Every single person sounds different, and it's amazing. Like when he talks like Hermione, it's different from Ron and Harry. It's amazing. Jim Dale's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That being said, Batman Returns is kind of like Christmas adjacent.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, I think, has deeper Christmas traditions. So I'm going to, as much as like I'm not a Harry Potter kid, I'm going to give him the win on this one. Just because I do have to respect that, like, this is the movie, like, when you watch Harry Potter movies, because it's all kind of very snowy or whatever. When I think of Harry Potter, I think of snow for some reason. It's like, yeah, I'm going to give it to Harry Potter.
All right. Well, then, Harry Potter, you made it to the finals. Congratulations. After your 2 rounds of buys, can Die Hard have the same success when they go up against number 2 seed Gremlins. So we got 1B in Harry Potter on one side. We got 1A versus 2. So, whew, baby, right at the top. So Gremlins, Die Hard.
This is unfair because Gremlins should have been the 1B. But
I see.
Because so when you suggested this, and you're like, okay, let's watch Die Hard instead of Gremlins. Part of me said, okay, thank goodness, because I kind of want to watch Gremlins on Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
Because to me, it's like whenever you do like the Christmas traditions, like, oh, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Like my 1-2 that I throw out there, and I'm always like, it's Die Hard and Gremlins. Like these are the movies. And since I just watched Die Hard, I think I'm going to go with Gremlins because I'm really looking forward to Gremlins. Now these two could switch any day of the week.
Yep.
I'm saving Gremlins for Christmas. Maybe Christmas Eve.
So based on my statement that I made
Gremlins.
about 20 minutes ago in this podcast's time, I think Gremlins is a Christmas movie. It happens at Christmas. Santa's there. They like give gifts. He gets given the Mogwai as a Christmas gift. His dad's away for Christmas. He's on Christmas break. Things are closed for Christmas. They're going away for Christmas holidays. It's Christmas. Die Hard just happens to take place at Christmas. Gremlins, in fact, I think is a Christmas movie though.
Yeah, it's very much.
It's way more granulated in the culture. Yes, I realize that he put Christmas lights and says, "I have a radio now." Sure.
Well, also like you get the Gremlins in the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Like you get the dog wrapped up in Christmas lights and like hanging, and they're like, "Oh, it's that crazy old lady," and it's like, yeah, no, this is much more of a Christmas themed movie.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Gremlins gets the win.
Nice. And then Gremlins, Harry Potter. What's a better Christmas?
I think we all know where I'm going to go with this.
Yeah.
This is where the line stops with Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter kid. It's fine. It's good. I understand it. But, like, to me, it's like Gremlins is Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas. Like, I am not watching, like, 8 movies. I'm watching Gremlins, and I am having a great time. I'm going to have some eggnog, eat some chocolates, hang out with the family, and just enjoy those freaky little monsters that gave me nightmares as kids.
Now, back in the day, I would have done something cheap here, and I would have played the, what's this? There's magic everywhere. And then I would have done a JR impression about how Jack Skeleton showed up, son of a bitch, killed the gremlins, killed Gizmo with a chair, bastard. But I didn't do that today. That's a joke that's only reserved for the Lord of the Rings podcast. For some reason, if you listen to that, that's a little treat you get for yourself. So we're not doing that today.
You got to get to the end of that one.
Yeah.
That one's but it's in there.
It's in there and it's coming, and I'm gonna giggle when this happens.
Yeah.
So you're not.
That's a great bit.
Yeah.
That's a great bit.
So I'm not gonna steal old material today. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna die hard at the end of this one. Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. All right. Sweet. So that wraps up our mid-December show. We've got a game coming for you guys. Probably. How does this timeline work? Where are we at? 5th, 19th, and then we'll do holiday. Oh, so we kind of missed Christmas. So we're like talking to them before Christmas on the 19th. So Christmas is like next week after that podcast, and then we'll do our year-end show.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Something like that. And then we'll do our tiers list, and we'll do something like one comes out on the 31st or something, or like the 1st, something like that. That's usually how that works. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So sweet. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks where we're talking about a video game before we get into Christmas, and then we'll talk to you guys afterwards kind of for some New Year stuff, and then we're in the New Year for probably James Bond, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So, sweet.
Yeah.
So that's...
Hey, we're going to have a good 2026.
Oh, yeah.
So enjoy the rest of your 2025. Hopefully we have some more, we got some more fun.
Yeah.
We got some fun stuff on the docket. I'm not making Mick play Snowboard Kids or something.
Yeah. It's there. It's on a list somewhere, but we're slowly talking ourselves out of it. So, no Snowboard Kids. But with that, we'll say bye. See you guys in 2 weeks, and do something Christmassy. Bring yourself some joy in the next little while.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Bye.